You'll find Ramayana carvings on the wall of Angkor, Shiva temples in Bali that still echoes mantra. In Thailand, the kings are called as Rama. And in Indonesia, Muslim majority Indonesia, their airlines is named after Garuda. But here in India, our gods are debated, demonized, or dismissed as mythology. How did this happen?
Dev Rahasyam, Dev Rahasyam, Namo Namaha.
Let's start with a stunning fact. The Ramayana existed in over 300 versions across Asia, from Mongolia to Java. It's not just an Indian epic, it's a civilizational backbone of all the South and Southeast Asia. But here is an irony. While foreign cultures honoring these texts with pride, many Indians are thought to mock or question them. This is no coincidence. It's a long campaign of erasure, elitism, and colonized thinking. In Cambodia, Angkor, the world's largest temple is a Vishnu temple. The walls tell the story of Samudra Manthana, of Vishnu avatar, and the churning of the cosmic ocean. In Indonesia, even after Islam became dominant, Sanatana symbols survived. Their currency features Ganesha. They celebrate a Balinese day of silence based on Hindu cosmology. And in their shadow puppetry, stories of Rama and Krishna are still performed. In Thailand, the Ramayana is called a Ramakin. Hanuman is the national hero. Their royal palace in Bangkok is filled with murals of our epics. So ask yourself, why do these countries, not even Hindu, protect and preserve our heritage better than we do? In Indian media, Ramayana is either reduced to cartoons or politicized to a point of exhaustion. Academia often treats it as a fiction. Urban elites roll their eyes when you speak of ancient India. And temples, they are often under government controls, unlike churches or mosques. It's fashionable in India to say Ramayana is a social construct. Rama didn't exist. Shiva is a metaphor. But would you dare to say this to a prophet in the Middle East? Or about Christ and Vatican? Then why the selective rationalism? This began during British rule. Colonial scholars, backed by church agendas, classified Indian scriptures as mythology to undermine the native pride. They knew if you break the cultural spine, the rest of the body will collapse. So our epics were called as tales. Our gods were made into deities, our stories into symbolism. Post-independence, this inferior complex only deepened. Secularism became synonymous with rejecting Hindu roots. In Bali, priests chant Sanskrit mantras every day. In Thailand, Hanuman is not just respected, he is celebrated in art, music, and theatre. They don't argue ever whether Rama existed or not. They just live the values of Dharma he represented. They don't question if Krishna was historically verified. They embrace the wisdom of Gita. They don't call their traditions mythology, they call it heritage. Meanwhile, in India, we teach our kids that our gods are fictional, their festivals are polluting, and their language, Sanskrit, is dead. Sanatana Dharma is not limited to one geography. It spread organically through trade, art, values, not conquest. It wasn't imposed by sword, it welcomed by soul. That's why Ramayana reached Indonesia, why Shiva reached Cambodia, why Ganesha reached Japan, why Sanskrit mantras are still echoed in Bali. Because people saw it for what it was, a universal code of life. So the real question is, why are we ashamed of what the world still respects? Why are we trying to unlearn what our ancestors preserved for millennia? We need to stop seeing Sanatana Dharma through Western eyes. We must reclaim it through Indian ones. Because if we keep treating our gods as myths, our temples as relics, our scriptures as outdated, soon you'll be tourist in your own culture. The Ramayana doesn't just belong to India, but it must never be forgotten by India. And this is the forgotten truth the world remembers, but we forgot. Swasti.